In a small village in southeastern Nigeria, there lived a woman named Ngozi Okafor. Her skin was dark and weathered from the sun, and her hands were rough from years of hard work. But her eyes sparkled with dreams, not for herself, but for her 4 children: Chijoke, Amara, Ugo, and Ifoma. Ngozi had known hardship her entire life. Born into a poor family, she had grown up without the privilege of education. Her parents were farmers, struggling to make ends meet. There were days when there wasn't enough food to go around, and nights when the only light came from the flickering glow of a small kerosene lamp. But even in the midst of all the difficulties, Ngozi made a vow when she was still a child. My children will not suffer as I did. They will not know hunger. They will be educated, and they will build a life beyond this village. Every day, before the sun rose, Ngozi would wake up. She would gather her small bundle of goods, palm oil, cassava, and other farm produce, and set off for the market. The walk to the market was long and grueling, sometimes taking hours under the scorching Nigerian sun. But Ngozi never complained. She knew her children's future depended on her tireless effort. When she wasn't at the market, she was working on the farm or doing house chores, always with a smile on her face, even when she was exhausted. She would always make time to sit with her children after a long day and help them with their studies. She believed that education was the key to breaking the cycle of poverty. Chijoke, the eldest, would often sit beside her, watching her work. "Mama, one day I will become a lawyer. I will take good care of you and the family," he would say. Ngozi would smile, but inside she worried. She knew how hard it would be to send him to school, let alone send him to university. But she believed in him. Amara, the second born, was bright and curious. "Mama, I will become a teacher. I want to help other children in the village, just like I have had the chance to learn." She dreamt of a world where all children had access to education, a world she was determined to create. Ugo, the quiet and thoughtful son, was fascinated by science. "Mama, I want to build things to make life easier for people," he would say with a glimmer of determination in his eyes. And then there was Ifoma, the youngest. Her dreams were the largest. She wanted to be a doctor, to heal the sick and care for the poor. She would always ask her mother, "Mama, when I grow up, can I help the people who are sick and poor?" Ngozi would nod with pride, though her heart often trembled. How could she give them all what they needed? How could she help them fulfill their dreams? She did not have much, but she had love, and that love kept her going. As the years passed, Ngozi worked harder than ever. Sometimes she did not have enough to feed herself, but she made sure her children were well fed. She would stay up late, sewing their torn clothes or mending their shoes. She made every sacrifices for them, convinced that one day they would rise above their circumstances. Chijioke became the first to leave the village. With a combination of hard work and a scholarship, he attended university in Lagos, studying law. When he returned, he was no longer the young boy who had dreamt of becoming a lawyer. He had become one. He opened a legal practice and began advocating for the rights of farmers, just like his mother had been. He fought for justice, for fair wages, and for the people who had been ignored by the society for so long. Amara, true to her word, became a teacher. She opened a school for children in their village, ensuring that every child, regardless of their background, had the opportunity to learn. She traveled to neighboring villages to train other teachers, spreading the power of education wherever she went. Ugo, the quiet one, studied engineering. He became a well-respected civil engineer, working on projects that will improve the infrastructure of the entire region. From bridges to roads, he worked hard. His work made life easier for many. Mama, he would say when he returned home, you always told me that education and hard work could change the world. I'm trying to do that. Ifoma, the youngest, was the one who shocked everyone. She became a doctor, something Ngozi had never imagined would be possible. Ifoma's dream came true, and she became a doctor who not only treated the rich, but also provided free health care in their village. She often traveled to the rural areas to give medical care to those who couldn't afford it. Years passed, and the village began to see the fruits of Ngozi's sacrifices. Her children were no longer the poor, hungry kids they had once been. They were now successful professionals, leaders in their fields. They had made it, and they had never forgotten where they came from. On Ngozi's 70th birthday, her children returned to the village to celebrate her. They had achieved so much, but they knew that none of it would have been possible without her love, her sacrifices, and her unshakable belief in them. Chijioke stood first, holding a microphone in his hand. Mama, you taught us that no matter where we came from, we can go anywhere. You worked so hard, and even when you had nothing, we were standing here today because of your strength. Amara stood next, smiling brightly. You always told us that a mother's dream is to see her children succeed. Mama, you gave us more than dreams. You gave us the chance to make them a reality. Ugo stepped forward, his voice calmed but filled with emotion. You sacrificed your own happiness to make sure we had a future. I'm doing my part to make the country better, just like you always said I could. And then there was Ifoma, her eyes filled with tears. Mama, you gave us everything. You gave us hope when there was none. You made us believe that we could be more. You made us who we are. Ngozi's heart swelled with pride. Her children had done it. They had succeeded. And it was all because of the sacrifices she had made. She had given them a chance to rewrite their story, to build a future they could be proud of. As she looked at them, surrounded by their achievements, Ngozi whispered, I may have started with nothing, but now I have everything. This story of Ngozi Okafor is a tribute to the strength and sacrifices of mothers, showing how their unwavering love and belief in their children can break the cycle of poverty and create a lasting legacy.